Hey guys, happy Friday. Happy January the 31st, 2025. It's actually my birthday today, but it's a pretty fucking stupid ass day. I woke up this morning to find out that Terry Brown was being promoted. So we know already that within the RCMP, if you commit crimes, you get fucking promoted. If you commit really bad crimes, they usually transfer you and then, hush hush it up for a while. And then sometimes you get promoted, you get moved back to where you're going. So, yeah, Terry Brown, who shot up the fire hall on April 19th with his partner, instead of being charged and put in jail like any of us would have happened to us had we decided to do that same thing, is being promoted to the community liaison. Can you imagine dealing with that fucking guy if something shitty happened to your family? I mean, we had to deal with Skipper Bent, and that fucking guy is a lying sack of shit. And that's not slander. He lied about me right at the Mass Casualty Commission on the record, so I can show that that's true. He is a lying sack of shit, and that's not my opinion. He proved it lying straight out on the Mass Casualty Commission. But I don't even know what to say. Dennis Daley, who is the commanding officer for the RCMP, should have a fucking shitload of phone calls and emails today from people. He's getting emails from me, that's for damn sure, because I don't like this. You know, people who walk around here enforcing the laws on everybody else, committing crimes that any of us would go to jail for. These fucking guys should be in jail, not getting promoted. We pay for their salaries with our fucking tax dollars. I'm done. I don't want my tax dollars paying for a guy who should be in jail. I guess if he's in jail, my tax dollars are paying for him anyway. Might as well give that fucking guy a gun and a badge and a goddamn fucking promotion. What the fuck is going on in our country? I hope that at least some of you guys who saw this morning have, or at least will after seeing this, pick up a pen or a phone and make some fucking noise about this shit. Because quite honestly, if a guy with a badge whose job it is to protect everybody else, although we already know the RCMP isn't that, it's a criminal organization who have badges and guns, kind of like the Hells Angels, right? They have weaponry and patches. It's, in my opinion, two sides of the same fucking coin. We all know they work together. We all know the RCMP pays off fucking informants through the Hells Angels. We all know that that's just how it is. So why do we allow this shit to happen? My favorite part about this is that on April 19th, Seamus and Adrian and I made a video where I spoke out about what I thought was going on. It was still happening because at that point they'd only found 16 people. And I laid out what I thought was going on, which turned out to be right. The RCMP were involved in a big-ass fucking cover-up, and Gabriel Wortman didn't do this on his own without any help, or even at all. Who knows? Because he's dead. Because dead men don't tell tales. Right? We all saw the picture of Gabriel all swollen and puffy and had been dead for a long time before they actually shot him. Come on, you guys. Like, we know that this fucking RCMP organization is nothing but a bunch of criminals. Now, I will say that Mike O'Mallory was awesome to me during the Mass Casualty Commission. Beyond awesome. He was really, really good. And he retired not long after this. I would imagine being a good person in the RCMP would be hard on the fucking mind. Look what it did to Chris Leather. Chris Leather, he was unrecognizable at the Mass Casualty Commission. That dude's psyche had been so fucked with for all the shit that he was being expected to do. I'd really like to know what happened to that guy and where he is now and what he's doing. Because it took a lot of goddamn balls to sit up there at the Mass Casualty Commission and say the shit that he said. Dennis Daley is the person who should be getting emails and text messages and voicemails and phone calls and people showing up at his office to demand that he make this change and demote this fucking asshole who thinks it's fine to just shoot up the fire hall and then leave the fucking scene of the crime. Why are these people not held accountable? I put this video up on April 19th and then I took it down because I was told by Seamus that I should, even though I shouldn't have. I should have left that fucking thing up. But then I got a call from Skipper Bent after I had taken it down, threatening me with charges if I didn't take it down, even though I already had. So it shows you what kind of an investigator he is. He didn't even know I'd already taken it down, a fucking douchebag. But you know what? My laptop is in the shop right now, but as soon as I get it back, that video is going back up. Because if you can shoot up a fire hall filled with civilians and firemen and police officers and get away with it and get promoted and not be charged, then certainly a person whose family was murdered and the murder, along with everybody else who was murdered that day, was subsequently covered up by the RCMP. I should be able to make a video about that without worrying about charges. Because really, if shooting up a fire hall isn't a crime, then nothing is. We can do whatever the fuck we want. As long as we have connections within the RCMP. As long as we have connections. As long as we have an RCMP relative who can smooth shit over for us, then we should be okay. So, like, you know, check your family, look around and see if you have an RCMP officer, or any police really, could, for that matter, because the chief of police in Bridgewater had charges against him for inappropriateness with underage girls who were in his care. So perhaps it doesn't matter what the badge says. You can do whatever you want. Doesn't matter if it's local police or the RCMP. I just imagine that the RCMP have more clout, bigger group of people willing to cover up and hide and agree with all the shit that they do. And the fact that an oversight committee decided that this dude and his partner shouldn't be charged tells you that it's the fox guarding the hen house. Because if any of us decided to just go and do that, we would be in fucking jail. So, as far as I can tell, I'm not violent. So I guess here's the way you look at that. You can do anything you want to if it's violent, but you can't post videos with opinions on the violence on social media. So, thought crimes, bad. Violent crimes, okay. Seems like it. I mean, I'm just taking based on what I see. Maybe I could get a new book or a new rule book of what actually constitutes a crime. Because I was removed from Halifax McDonald's for not wearing a diaper on my fucking face. And man, they were so fast. I bet if someone during Portapic had said there was somebody walking down the street without a mask, those fucking guys would have showed up a lot faster. I'm just saying. It seems like the violent crimes are acceptable as long as you have the right connections, and the social media crimes, thought crimes are not okay. So as long as we understand that, I don't even know what else to say. I'm so fucking mad. I'm so fucking mad. And when I'm going to put that video on YouTube, and if YouTube takes it down, I'll put it on Rumble, I'll put it on X, I'll put it on everywhere. Because I'm gonna. Hopefully, if I end up in jail for a video post that I made based on the crimes, the crap that went down when my family was murdered, somebody out there, you guys, will check on me or come and get me or post my bail or at least feed my dogs, like, while I'm in jail. Something to help a guy out, right? Because it's not likely that I'm going to be shooting anybody. No, I don't have guns. I have no way to commit the kind of crimes that Terry Brown and Dave Melanson committed that day. So I guess any of the crimes that I would commit have to do with video cameras, in my opinion. Maybe I'll spend life in jail. Like, if you guys don't see me for a while, you'll know that it was due to the very heinous crime of calling out corruption when I see it. Anyway, I don't know what else to say. I'm fucking mad. It really makes me mad. Please grab a pen, grab a piece of paper, grab it, send an email, make a phone call, get in touch with this fucking Dennis Daley. And honestly, it's a sad day. Like, have a look at this dude. He's got more chins than a Chinese phone book. He doesn't look like anyone who should be in charge of what is supposed to be an elite armed force in Canada. This is the guy in charge, and shit runs downhill. You just know that the rest of these fucking tards that are underneath of him are useless as shit. That guy couldn't run his way around a goddamn Tim Hortons for a fucking donut. He doesn't look like the kind of guy who should be in charge of elite service people. What a fucking mess. I don't even know. I know I've said it a few times. I don't even know what to say, and I still can't stop talking. This is disgusting. This is fucking disgusting, and there never will ever be another time when I don't post any fucking video that I want expressing my opinion. From now on, I don't give a shit. If I want to say it, I'm going to fucking say it. And if you show up at my house and arrest me, then I'll put that live. I'll do that live, and I'll make sure that everybody can see what's going on, because this is fucking shit. The RCMP, who are supposed to be here to enforce the law and protect the citizens, are endangering the citizens and getting promoted for it. Somebody's got to say something about it. This is fucking bullshit. Anyway, maybe Max. Like, I'm not trying to do politics today. I'm trying to not do politics today, but perhaps Maxime Bernier could say something about this. I mean, we all know that Polyev isn't saying anything because it's not in defense of, like, Israel, so he's not going to defend it. He's not going to stand up and say anything. He doesn't give a shit. That dude's worth way more money than he ever should be based on being a politician. He's not the guy that some of you guys think that he is. I don't trust him, not even at all. I'm not saying I trust Max either. I don't know if he would do what he said he would do if he were to ever get into politics. But I just know that he's not a favorite, which makes me like him. And he's got a platform that I can get behind. Whether or not he'd actually do those things is basic common sense. There's no sense in Pierre's politics. Anyway, I'm not going there. That's a whole other video. But for today, if I could get you guys to get a hold of Dennis Daley, write him an email, call his office, go down to his office. I mean, not with intention of doing anything bad other than letting him know that shooting a fire hall is a crime. It's a crime. It's a big crime, and people are still traumatized from it. And if he's going to promote the person who does that, then he needs to be removed from his job. He's not in, I don't know who exactly is in charge of that particular decision, but he's the top guy. As far as I know, he's the guy who would make that decision or allow that decision or be okay with that decision. And if he is, then he's not the guy who needs to be in charge of anything except maybe McDonald's drive-thru. Because if you're that kind of a person, you don't have anything, like you don't belong in the position that you're in. So you need to be removed. I'm going to stop talking now before I say something that really will get me thrown in jail, besides, the very violent crime that I've committed here of stating my opinion and my displeasure with the crimes committed by the RCMP. So God bless you guys. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Get off grid. Grow your own food. Arm yourselves and make friends with like-minded people. Happy Friday, everybody.